Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having a good day in your little corner of the world. Been having a pretty good day in my little corner of the world. Wearing this shirt, Australia represent. Down under. A friend of mine went to Australia and she brought this back. Anyway, because I know a couple of people that watch my videos are from Australia, so howdy from the other side of the world. Oh man, it seems like we, and by we I mean the American people, but I'm sure people all over the world, we're constantly being distracted by things and issues that don't matter in the grand scheme of things, and the only purpose that they have is to further divide us and for us to not come to a common consensus that in the end we're all human beings here. We don't really know what this world is all about, but hey, we're trying our best. And it seems like the people that have a platform, or the people that have power right now all over the world, not just in the US, from what I have read and observed and heard from my friends abroad, it seems like the whole world is going through turmoil, political turmoil that is affecting their everyday lives. And even those that don't really get involved in politics find themselves a little more involved than before, because it just feels like the rich and powerful are just hungry for more and more and more, and it's making survival much harder for the average individual. And I get that. I am one of those people that finds it hard to survive. You know, I've put myself through school and I've gotten my master's degree, and you know, it doesn't make me better than anybody else, but the reason why I chose the pathway that I chose is because I'm passionate about working in the future. I'd love to work in an NGO or something like USAID, although that's been dismantled, of course, but something similar, or Amnesty International, UNICEF. That would be the dream. That would be something that I would love to do, be on the field, help with public health issues in different countries. It's what I'm most passionate about, or ways to implement eco-friendly agricultural practices. That would be another field that I'm very interested in. But anyway, it's hard to feel like you have a chance to pursue those dreams, at least for me, because life is so hard and survival is difficult. And the type of survival that we are experiencing now as humans is very different than the survival that our ancestors 300,000 years ago had to go through and move through, right? It's a different kind of survival. It's a capitalistic, money hungry, greedy society that we live in, right? And so we have to survive because those with a platform have privatized certain resources that should be free, like water and food and, you know, trees, to cut your own trees and build your own house and things like that. And not to go into how many people are unskilled, myself included, in basic things, to how to build a house or basic repairs, right? And in an emergency, the people that are, you know, very hands-on, that work with their hands and they can build stuff and fix things, those are going to be the most important people in our society in an emergency, right? But anyway, and I understand, like, with the trees, there has to be regulation. Not everybody can just, like, cut down trees and left and right, right? And it's important to regulate these things because people can get out of hand when I think, to be honest, I think the problem that we as humans face is greed. Greed and not being able to, what's the word I'm looking for? And it just left me. Just observing yourself, being able to look at yourself, self-introspection. And a lot of humans lack that. I feel like this has gotten worse because of technology, which has atrophied our ability to think critically. But I don't want to put all the blame on technology because it has given us so many advancements and so many answers about our own existence, and even made us closer to each other to a certain extent. But then there's this other extreme where we become greedy and we just don't connect with each other anymore, and we become so focused on our own image and how we are perceived, and social media has played a big part on that, of course. People are obsessed with how they are perceived, and I think that's very sad, because then you're living for another person's idea of you rather than living your own life, living in your own terms, feeling happy with who you are, or at least trying to find that happy place. And so I think humans lack these. The reason why we've come this far is because we humans can sometimes, we struggle with greed. And the truth is that there is an abundance of resources on this earth. It is believed that there are enough resources on this earth to feed 10 billion people. But why are there people starving around the world? Well, because these big, powerful, money-hungry, mostly politicians, but they're also in the MAFIA, and the MAFIA controls the world. It's not the big, wealthy politicians. It's, in my opinion, the MAFIA that controls all the resources around the world, and they blackmail politicians because they owe them favors, and so anyway, yeah, greed is a bitch. And I think those that are in that circle are the most insane, like psychologically struggling people, but they've learned to get a platform and control our lives. So what do we do? I think it's going to be increasingly important to stay true to yourself. That's going to be a very rare quality in a couple of years. I mean, it's becoming a very rare quality where you can really see somebody that keeps it real. What does it mean to keep it real? Just somebody that understands the struggle of being a human and doesn't want to take advantage of you and just you know, they see you and they see you as the essence that you are, the consciousness that you are, and they know that we're all here for a short amount of time, and we don't know why this is all here, but we might as well make our time pleasant by treating each other with respect. And so when you see those people that keep it real, you know that those people are trustworthy, and maybe you don't develop any kind of intimacy, any kind of friendship with them, but they're out there. They remind you that there are people out there that are trying to keep it real. And that's going to be an increasingly rare quality in a few years, where people are just going to act in a way that is influenced by the algorithm and worried about how other people perceive them, so they're going to use AI and other stuff to, I don't know, it's all weird. But anyway, I hope you continue to keep it real, and I'm wishing you all the best. Peace and love. Bye.